Hi everyone, this is Lisa from Canine Clips, Dog Grooming Tips, and this is Maverick. And Maverick is a Shih Tzu who's coming for his full groom today, and I'm going to be giving you a video on that. So the full groom, so he is a little fluffy there, just like all Shih Tzus. Well, mainly all dogs, but you see it more often in the Shih Tzu that their eyes completely block. Their hair completely blocks their vision, so it's sometimes they're really blocked just the way because they have a shorter nose. So you do see their eyes getting covered up with that fur. So let's let this poor guy see what's going on. See? So I'm going to be giving him a 3 3/4 inch blade cut today. So keeping him a little bit longer as it is really cold outside right now. And we are in winter. And it is chilly outside. When you're trimming a dog too, it's whether it's minus 15 or minus 30, it is cold out there for the dogs, so you're not going to leave them outside anyways too long. But sometimes that little extra layer of fur helps. Unless that wind's out, then that wind goes right through. So that's where the jackets come in handy. But nowadays those dogs, or these dogs, aren't hanging out too much outside. They go out, do their business, and they're ready to come in. So always got to keep an eye on them. So I will try to keep the camera on him to show you what I'm doing to get him all cleaned up. But I apologize if I block the view. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and checked out my channel. See all the other videos I do have of me grooming a wide variety of dog breeds, all without any restraints, and just the different techniques I use in order to do that. And then I also have some playlists set up as well, so that you can see me grooming difficult dogs and puppies and senior dogs and all of them in between as well. He keeps moving up and down for you. So I like to get right underneath the ear canal there, so that when I do pluck the hair, I'm making sure I'm not plucking from outside that canal, as obviously it is a different consistency. There we go. Okay, good boy. Okay, so there's his face. I'm going to be trimming his body a little bit longer, so I don't want to trim the face too short, but still want to round it out, give it a little bit shorter of a cut so it blends in there and keeps it out of his eyes, of course. So I do trim right underneath the eyes a bit shorter, because that's where it grows the fastest, and of course that causes the vision to get blocked as well once it gets a little bit bulky in there. So I like to take that all out. That's a good boy. I know. Okay, so now I'm going to go to his feet. have been grooming for just over 16 years now, and I never have used restraints. And they are self-taught by grooming my own dog when I first started. And I use the same practices that I do on all these guys that I would for my own dog. So I just always had the theory of what would I want a groomer to do with my dog, so that's what I incorporated with all the dogs I groom. So there definitely are some dogs that aren't as well behaved as Maverick here, that I do have to use some type of restraints, but just with my hands. I never use any ropes or anything like that. Because once I incorporate my holds and get through whatever process I'm at, then I release and continue on with the grooming. And I find the dogs eventually, you know, may take a couple visits, then they kind of just hang out like Maverick here and let me do my thing so they can get out of here, as they don't want to be here generally. I'm not their favorite person. It's really important to get those techniques, because I do use them, like even just holding his paw and stuff, because he's pulling back a little bit on it, but not too much. And of course, over the time, you get to read the dogs a little bit better too, of what they may or may not do, just the way they act and look at you sometimes. But that's just getting experience as you keep doing it. So that's the best way to get better and better. Just keep doing it and follow through on what you're doing. Okay. Okay. And again, keeping the body a little longer, so I want to round those feet and layer them back, but not too short, so it'll all blend nice together. There we go. So the 3 3/4 isn't going to take off too much of his fur. Like I said, it's keeping it a bit longer, but it's just to kind of clean up everything. And I'll be trimming his bum area, and of course his face I already did. So it's really a nice, good tidy. And then clean up the rest of the body, but not take too much off. But he's pretty relaxed, which is nice. There we go. There, and we've done all the nails. I'm just going to comb out his ears and also pluck them. Get that hair all out of there. If I can give you a better view of that. So I'm just plucking inside the ear canal, just with the regular tweezers, but good tweezers. And anyone who uses tweezers, you'll know, basically I do the angled ones. But that's pretty much the ear hair in that ear. No, not too much, but a little bit of wax on there. Yeah, turn him. Do the same on this side. Here you can see there's a little bit sticking out there. A little bit of wax build up there. So the hair inside does come out quite easily. But that's where that wax likes to stick to. So by getting rid of the hair, that wax becomes dislodged when a dog shakes his head or scratches his ear. But if there's lots of hair in there, that wax gets stuck to it, and it can make the hair heavy and grow back into the ear canal, which is just irritating the dog. And then of course can eventually cause ear infections once some moisture gets in there as well. And then the ear has a hard time drying out. So it allows stuff to fester. So this one had a little bit more. And same thing, a little bit of wax on there, but not very much. His ears are actually really nice and healthy. Okay, so now I'm gonna comb out his tail and trim that a little bit. And then I'll trim up his bum area. Okay. Just kind of rounding it out there. Okay, I'm going to use the scissors on the bum. See how it is back there. And since I'm keeping the body a bit longer, you don't want a right shaved bum. Doesn't look very nice. So I like to kind of do kind of a blended, but still have this quite a bit shorter. And this, of course, right around the bum hole. I do a little bit shorter than the rest, but kind of blend it out from there. Just so nothing is sticking in there. Because of course this is the area, one of the areas where it's going to do that. And this hair in this area really has a lot of curl and twirl in there. There we go. Then I'm going to use the number 5 underneath. Wasn't catching for some reason. Okay. I'm going to do inside the leg as well, which is nice to keep this area a little bit shorter. Again, for the same reason, because this is where stuff likes to stick to, and also mat. Just the inside of all the legs. Okay, good boy. Oh, you don't want to stand. How about it's so funny. Like a slinky dink. Okay, well, we're gonna have to do it a different way. So I'll do this side. And that's the thing with the dogs, sometimes one technique does not quite work on all of them, so you need to adjust as needed. And because he's not going to stand up too good for me, I'm going to switch to number 10. Okay. And kind of hold him, and I'll have to kind of adjust myself. Hey. There you go, good boy. Stretching right out. Superman. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to give him a bath now. Get his body for a nice and clean so that I can clip the body. Take a little bit off. All right, there we go. Legs clean. All right, there we go. You want to make sure you get all that soap residue off. Otherwise, if it does stay on the dog, it can make them itchy when it dries. Sorry, just got a little fur on me. Okay. I like to wring them out a little bit. I squeegee them with my hands. That way I can feel if there's any soap residue left, because sometimes it sneaks in there somewhere. And then if there is, of course, I give one another rinse. So he's good though. Ready? Okay, come on. He's ready. Okay, so back to the table. And I just got him here in the towel. Okay, good boy. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to get the blow dryer ready for him, or him ready for the blow dryer. Little Ewok. gets him pretty much dry, but he's still going to be damp, of course. So I'm going to use a 3 3/4 on him right now. And it still takes off a fair amount, but it'll leave quite a bit of length on him as well. Nice little winter cut. Get them all ready for Christmas here. All those Christmas pictures. Okay. Maverick. Come on. Holding down his weight there. No. Okay. There you go. A little bit. So at the bottom here where it kind of hangs down, I kind of pull the fur with my other hand just so I can pull it out so that the clippers can grab it. And around the bum area here, I'll probably use scissors again to blend them together, because the clippers won't pick up anything. There we go. And that's usually what I'll do, especially with this length here. It's kind of hard to get them to blend kind of even in this area because it won't pick it up. So I'll use the scissors to do the final blend. I am going to do another quick blow dry here. And during the blow dry, at the end, I'm going to take off his ear scarf here to blow dry his head a little bit better and ears. So I can just finish and make sure that's all cleaned up good. Okay. And you can see kind of it poofs up a little bit there. So I'll be able to clean that up. So I'm going to use the clippers again one last time just to see it'll take off just a little bit more to clean up anything that kind of was brought up by the blow dryer this time. And then I'll finish with the scissors to kind of make sure it blends all nice. Okay, go ahead. Okay. There we go. Okay, and now I'm just gonna clean up the rest just with the scissors. go. And of course with the Shih Tzus too, there's some folds in the skin. So I try to kind of spread those apart and just to make sure I can get in there and get that hair out of there. He wasn't a big fan of the blow dryer, so I'm just going to leave his ears a little bit damp. That's why I like to do the face and head and ears before anything, because sometimes you're unable to blow dry them. But you can still trim them up again. The dogs that come to my grooming only stay with me for about an hour, so what you're seeing on the video is pretty much the whole time they're with me. So they come, get dropped off, and then their owner comes back an hour later to come pick them up. So the dog isn't here for very long. They're not in any kennel. There's not a lot of dogs here. Well, there's no other dogs here, except sometimes when there's crossover between drop off and pickup. But other than that, they're not here for too long, which was another thing I thought that was very important. That it's just one dog at a time that I'm working with. Sometimes I'll have people that bring in multiple dogs, so there might be some other dogs in the background, but that's their siblings. And if someone has to drop off early or something, or pick up late because they have to work or whatever the case may be, their dog might be with me a little bit longer. But I generally like to just have the dogs here for that hour so that it doesn't stress them out again any more than they have to be. So yeah, you are getting the full video of what it is for the dog to be with me. So I don't do any editing. That's why the dog might be damp, because they are damp. And they will finish drying off at home, snuggled up in their blankie. Okay, good boy. All right, I think we're all finished here with Maverick. So, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to let me know what you thought, or if you have any suggestions for other videos, please comment and let me know. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and hope you'll check out other videos on my channel and subscribe and keep on watching. So thanks for taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you again. Good boy.